Welcome to Canadian Scrapbooker's Technique Taster. My name is Jackie. Today, Kelly is here to show us some really funky watercolor techniques. Now, watercoloring is really trendy right now in the scrapbooking. And I mean, it's been around forever, but it's kind of making a revisit. So Kelly today is going to show us a couple of different things for you to get started using right away on your projects at home.
Great.
Take it away, Kelly.
All right, I made this baby card, and I used the Brother ScanNCut to cut out this baby word, which I'm going to show you how to do.
Yes, this makes cutting, intricate cutting so easy, doesn't it?
Super easy, yes. And then I applied some watercolor effects to the baby card, and I'll show you that too.
Perfect.
So the first thing I'm going to do is to take my ScanNCut mat, and I have on here a piece of super stock.
Yes,
So
Canadian Scrapbooker Super Stock. It's a really heavy weight, so that when you use watercolor or lots of inks,
it stands up to the wet media. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to load my mat first in the machine by pressing a button. I make sure my settings are good for the heavyweight paper, so you can adjust your settings for any weight of paper. I've cut plastic, cork, burlap, fabric.
And does it go through the blades quite often, or?
Not too bad.
Not too bad?
Depends on what you're cutting. Even glitter paper,
Glitter paper, that's nice. Good.
All right.
And fabric, we should say. Or did you say that?
Yes.
Right. Brother, and they've made it also so that it can do fabric.
Lots of quilters use the ScanNCut.
Very versatile.
So I'm going to go to the first screen here. It says pattern or scan. I'm going to choose pattern. Now the ScanNCut machine actually has about over 600 shapes and cut files within the machine library, and it also has fonts. So I'm going to go into this word art image library, and I will find the word baby. I'll click on that. And
was the word baby already in there, or did you program?
Yes, it's already in there. Yeah, it's already there.
Handy.
And the next thing you want to do is you want to resize your file to whatever size you're using. Right. And this, I think, is approximately, let's say, 4 inches, 4.5 inches wide. And then you set whatever size you want, and you click Set, you click OK, and then you click Cut, and you push this green button.
Green means go,
yes,
even with the Brother ScanNCut.
And it just goes ahead and it cuts it.
And you can go and mix a martini or a latte, or in your case, a nice tea.
A cup of tea. I'll go.
Then you'll come back and it's done.
So fast. You might not have time to make your tea.
That's true. Yeah. It is fast.
Yeah, look at it go. There you go. Once it's done, you then click OK.
Yeah, don't just grab it because you're excited and pull it out. That's bad.
Bad.
Be calm.
And
push the buttons.
Click unload the mat. The machine pushes out the mat.
And just get ready. Here it comes.
Then you lift up your paper.
Oh, and you got to be careful because you don't want it to
Now,
rip.
if you have some kind of curves and delicate pieces, you want to pull off carefully. And then you will leave behind.
This mat's really sticky, hey, but I guess it has to be because it needs to.
You don't want your paper to move when you're cutting at all. No, you don't. So then we'll pull it off gently and get the baby word and get the pieces out. And
there it is.
There you have it.
That worked out perfectly. Now you're going to do that watercolor thing that you're going to show us there with that. And you're using some Tombow markers?
Yes, the Tombow markers are watercolor marker.
Right.
So they're called actually dual brush pens, and they have 2 ends. One end is a brush and one end is a hard nib. We're going to use the brush end, and I'm simply going to use this plastic palette.
I've not seen this before. This is
It's called a blending palette.
blending palette.
Yeah, and it has a slippery surface. You could also use a craft mat,
Okay.
but Tombow has this.
Keeps it a little bit cleaner for your workstation, I guess, right?
Yeah, and I'm just going to scribble that beautiful blue color because it's a baby blue card for a boy. And I'm going to take my Tombow spritzer. It has water in it.
Of course, they have a spritzer for you. That's perfect.
Give it a few sprays, and then I will take my baby word and just
Dip it in.
smoosh it into the watercolor.
Oh, that's very pretty.
And then you can add as much as you want. Like I like an uneven watercolor effect,
Right.
where there is some white showing. So I will just add a little bit more like this. And there
you go.
is my baby
That
word.
is fast and easy watercolor. Now, the next thing that you did on this card, we'll just put the watercolor aside for a second.
Yes.
The next thing that you did on this card was the Creative Memories border punch system.
Yes.
And that's what you did here with this ribbon.
Yeah, that's a really cool system from Creative Memories. You have basically, looks like a paper trimmer, but it's not. It holds the paper. And then you have a cartridge holder and a cartridge. And this cartridge in particular is a ribbon punch.
It's going to look like that, like this.
So I pop it in here.
And so the thing with Creative Memories is that they're coming out with a whole bunch of different kinds of punches to pop in there. So you buy the system once.
Yes.
And then
And
you,
just
build,
need the
build on
cartridges.
it. Yeah.
The different punches to put in there. And this side of the paper holder has these kind of notches. And these notches from the cartridge fit into here. So in essence, you're going to get a perfect punch every time. You lift up this kind of holder.
No more fussing around trying to go with your hand and get it positioned.
No, it's all done like this. You don't move. This snaps down into place. It's magnetic, so your paper doesn't move.
There you go.
And now all I do is punch and then move to the next notch. And punch
you can
and
even
move
hear it.
to the
You can
next
hear
notch.
it slip into the notch.
There you go, right to the end.
And you've got yourself a funky border.
Yes, you do.
And it comes all kinds of different system or designs they have right now for the border punch itself.
Yes, there's all different kinds. And then you cut the size you want.
And then you did
just take
something there with the Mayarts ribbon.
Yeah, I just took my Mayarts ribbon, and there's a million to choose from, so I probably spent, 20 minutes choosing a ribbon.
They have a lot of wonderful ribbon.
Yes, amazing choices. And then
you
I just
simply
wove
threaded it through.
Yeah, just like that. Very easy.
That is a really interesting, or not so much interesting, but easy technique for watercolor that anybody can do. And I'm excited to do that on a project. And I look forward to seeing what everybody at home is going to create with this watercolor technique.